The date, October 6th. The place, Las Vegas. The venue, the space. The event, the Deep Fat Fried 2023 Meetup. Join Paul's Ego, Scotty, and me for a night of partying and debauchery, featuring special musical guest, the God Bombs. You must be 21 to attend. Tickets on sale now. Limited quantities available. Yeah, I'm looking forward to having another meetup. We have not done one since like pre-COVID. It's a great time. If you've never been to one, it starts with a little stage show. We come out, we tell jokes, we do our little entertainment shtick. Then we just hang out with the crowd and party until the wee hours of the morning. You know, taking pictures, talking with fans, getting wasted, having a grand old time. Usually someone gets groped consensually. Don't grope anyone that doesn't want to be groped. But usually someone does get groped. I've missed the hell out of these events, and I'm also glad, that we're doing it in my favorite sleazy American city, Viva Las Vegas. Hope to see some of you guys there. I can't see you all. There's too many of you. But anyway, let's talk about this song for a bit. This is Oliver Anthony's Rich Men North of Richmond. This thing's a bona fide hit, and it's all about class consciousness and how the rich are screwing over the working class. So, of course, the right loves it and the left hates it. Wait, what? That's right. You've got total frauds like Ben Shapiro, who are nothing more than mouthpieces of big industry, pretending that they like this song. And you got leftist content creators rallying against it. Why? Well, let's do a little deep dive into the lyrics and dissect the song a little bit. So it starts, been selling my soul, working all day, overtime hours for bullshit pay, so I can sit out here and waste my life away, drag back home, drown my troubles away. It's a damn shame what the world's gotten to for people like me and people like you. Wish I could just wake up and it's not be true. Fuck that up. But it is. Oh, it is. Probably shouldn't have sang that. Probably should have just read it, but you know what? I stand by what I did. So not only do I have no problems with it so far, I kind of love it. This is sort of like the class-conscious messaging that is totally absent from most mainstream American media, and is especially absent from modern-day country music. And, country is a genre that was once quite based and has now become pretty much devoid of any real substance. Most country songs these days are just extolling the virtues of simple small-town life. And then you find out, of course, that the singer lives in a mansion in the big city because no one actually likes living in a small town. Small town life is actually kind of miserable and boring. And most small towns are dying for that exact reason because no one wants to stay there. So then the chorus of the song kicks in and it goes, and I'm not going to sing it, don't worry. Living in the new world with an old soul, these rich men north of Richmond, Lord knows they all want to have control. Want to know what you think, want to know what you do, and they don't think you know, but I know that you do, because your dollar ain't shit and it's taxed to no end because of rich men north of Richmond. Not seeing any real problem with this right now. If I had to nitpick, I guess I could say there are plenty of rich men south of Richmond who are equally part of the problem. But I'm pretty sure when he says rich men north of Richmond, he's talking about Washington, D.C., probably Wall Street as well. He's talking about the political and business epicenters of America, and he's absolutely right to criticize those guys. They're nightmarishly evil people who would sell every human being listening to this to the meat factory if the price was right. So here's the next verse. I wish politicians would look out for minors with an E, and not just minors with an O, on an island somewhere, referencing Epstein, of course. Lord, we got folks in the street ain't got nothing to eat, and the obese milking welfare. Well, God, if you're 5'3" and you're 300 pounds, taxes ought not to pay for your bag of fudge rounds. Young men are putting themselves 6 feet in the ground because all this damn country does is keep kicking them down. So here's where we actually do start to have some problems. First of all, characterizing everyone on welfare as being too lazy to work is bullshit. About 70% of people who are on food stamps are full-time employed. They just work at low-paying jobs that don't pay a wage that anyone can survive on. So basically, a bunch of companies like Walmart and McDonald's are having taxpayers subsidize wages for the workers that these companies refuse to pay enough to live, which is bullshit. I also take issue with the digs at obesity, not just because I'm fat myself, but I just think tying obesity to laziness and an unwillingness to work is just demonstrably false. I mean, we live in a country where 43% of people are obese. It's nearly half. So is the unemployment rate of this country 43%? No. The vast majority of obese people have full-time jobs. And not just desk jobs either. There are plenty of obese people working construction and doing road work and driving trucks and operating forklifts and all kinds of, you know, hard-working, sweat-inducing, blue-collar jobs. Everything else in the song is just kind of a repeat of previous lines, so we've pretty much heard the whole substance of the thing at this point. So, you know, while I do take issue with some of the lyrics, overall I don't see why this song is getting hated on by the left. Like, wouldn't it make more sense for the left to embrace the based parts of this very popular song and use that as a springboard to draw more focus to the issue of class, rather than condemning the entire song because of some flawed sentiments in the latter half? Look, I don't know a thing about this Oliver Anthony or his personal beliefs or convictions, and we don't need to worry about that right now. We don't even know if Oliver Anthony is a thing yet. We can cross that bridge when and if we come to it. What we do know right now is this song is a thing. And if it's a thing that tells working class people that they're being screwed over by oligarchs who want to rule over them and to crush them, then I'm sorry, but the song is based. I don't care if it's got some dog whistles and some stupid lines. The main thrust of the song is based. So do I wish those dumb lines about welfare and obesity were not in the song? Yeah. Obviously, I wish they weren't there, because for one thing, they mix the message. If you're making a song about how the rich are screwing over the working class, having lines about people on welfare is antithetical to that message. And the obesity thing honestly just comes out of nowhere and is really apropos of nothing. Seems like it's more of a personal grievance. If anyone out there doesn't know where I'm coming from on this, let me explain it another way. Let's just take this out of the macro level of national politics and boil it down to more of like a personal interaction level. So let's say that I am talking to someone who is more on the right, and they express to me a fondness for this song. Now, assuming that my goal is to make this person see things more from my perspective, what is the best strategy in this scenario? Is it for me to say, oh, I hate that song. That Oliver Anthony guy is a total propagandist. That song contains some really racist dog whistles, blah, 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 blah. What's that person going to do if I come at them like that? They're going to put up their defenses. They're going to see me as defending the rich. They're going to see me as supporting the establishment. They're going to see me as being deaf to the concerns of the working class. They're going to see me as defending snobby elitism. Basically, every left-wing caricature that exists on the right, that is going to be embodied in me the moment I come at them like that. But what if instead I say that I think the song is based, and then I pivot to talking points about how that's why I support raising taxes on the rich, on investing more money in the working class, on raising wages, on sticking it to the rich men north of Richmond? Well, now, maybe they'll follow me down that path, and maybe they won't, but the point is I have at least created the opportunity for a dialogue by sidestepping needless antagonism and focusing on what I can use to further my message. And then if you get them to go along with that, you know, you can then have a more respectful, restrained conversation about more of the problematic aspects of the song that more gently corrects those problems rather than histrionically freaking out about them at the word go. I think the left needs to get over this culture that has developed in online spaces of absolute antagonism is the answer to every dilemma. Everyone who isn't perfect needs to be nailed to a cross. Everyone who disagrees with me is Hitler. It's not winning anyone over. It's not making any effective inroads. It's not creating political capital. It's not bringing any sort of leftist ideal closer to fruition. That's not to say there's not a time and a place for hostility. Of course there is. But this song, in my view, should have been seen as an opportunity for some outreach. It should have been seen as an inroad to changing a few minds. Now, that's just my 2 cents. You can leave yours in the comments section down below. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for liking. Thank you for all of the ways in which you might interact with this video. I appreciate the hell out of you, and have a good day.